Okay then, Paul, first of all, looking back at Saturday, I suppose it was a relief to get the 3 points in the bag more than anything.
Yeah, I think you could see that when I think when we scored the third goal. I think the whole stadium sort of took a big sigh, and But no, on a more serious point, I thought that our performance on Tuesday night against Gateshead warranted us winning, and like I said after the game, I just think that we was a little bit more ruthless in front of goal. Another good performance, and more important than anything, is we got 3 points.
It was important as well because a lot of the sides above you weren't playing Saturday, so it gave a chance to close some of that space back.
Yeah, it did. We're still sat in there nicely, still on target. At the minute, to come in, into the sort of Christmas period in and around that 40 points mark. So, but yeah, that's all we said. That's all we wanted to do was make sure it was in the pack. And it's going to be an interesting sort of like Christmas period and an interesting second part of the season. So, but no, I just thought the lads worked extremely hard again. Played some great stuff as well, and more than anything, I thought the supporters at home were out of this world. I thought they were brilliant.
The one thing you've got to guard against, though, is complacency going into Grimsby tomorrow night.
No, it's that's one thing that we can't afford to do. It's going to be, I think, a very tough game, and if it's a simple factors are that if any of them wanted to sort of rest on the laurels, that they won't be in the side now, and we're starting to get a little bit of depth and quality to the squad. Whereas if you don't play well, or if you're going through a little bit of a period where you're feeling sorry for yourself, feel a bit tired, that we've got ready-made replacements to come in and take people's places. So no, I mean, what I want us to do is to kick on. We need to kick on now and just put a run of results together, consistent results, and see if we can go into the Christmas period even a little bit higher in the table.
Not a nice place to go, is it, the coast, on what looks like it's going to be a cold December night?
No, but this is the nitty-gritty parts of football, and after our last two performances and more importantly the last result that we've had, the lads should be relishing to go anywhere, no matter what the weather's like or who we're playing. We've just got to be. I think more importantly, our mindset has been that we've got back to earning the right to win football matches and earning the right to get a result. And we've definitely got to do that tomorrow night.
What about Grimsby at the moment? They're not perhaps doing what people expect them to do, are they?
No, but if you look right up to about to the top three, I think there's a lot of supporters in this league that their expectations of their clubs are probably a little bit disappointing. Even ourselves, and we're sat in something like 7th or 8th at the minute. But the one thing that always happens, and the one thing that I can guarantee will happen, that one will come out the pack later on in this league, and Grimsby have got everything in their armoury to be that club to do it. You look at Darlington and Lincoln are down there. There's some massive clubs that are I don't know if you would call it underachieving, but on the greater scheme of things, I don't think anyone could come into this league and realistically stand there and say we deserve to be in the top 5. You have to earn it, and I'm sure that the Lincolns, the Grimsbys, the Darlingtons, Darlington mid-table, up there, but these clubs will at some point be battling for a top 5 position. And this league's only going to get stronger. I can't see it getting any other way because of the size of the clubs and the players, the managers, the support that a lot of clubs get. It's just going to get tougher and tougher.
You must have been pleased on Saturday that Matt Green got 2, because he has come for some criticism, not least from our very own Barry Coleman, and he's answered those critics, hasn't he, again?
That's the only way you do it. We've all come in for criticism. That's part and parcel of the game. It's the people that let it affect them and let them get them down that stick in that rut. Green is a lad that I don't think he scored goals to answer his critics Saturday. I think he just loves scoring goals. But whether that answers critics or not, he stuck the ball in the back of the net, and his ratio, his goals to games ratio, is excellent at the minute at this level of football. And me personally, anyone can criticise someone that's got that amount of goals this season. But then again, like I say, we can't change mindset. We can't change opinion. All we can do is, as a group of players, is go out and try and do our jobs to the best that we can. But Greenies, he's bounced back, got a smile on his face again, and hopefully, you know, he'll go on another run where he starts to pop 1 or 2 in again.
And more goals tomorrow night, not least because there'll be great goals for Mansfield Town, but also it means that Barry will have to put more tenors into the prostate cancer charity.
Is it just a tenner? Is it? I thought. I think Barry should be paying £100 a goal at this minute with the amount of money Barry's got. But no, on a serious point, you know, all we want is, you know, I think that there seems to be a little bit of a change in mindset at the club. The guys behind the goal and the supporters get behind us. And I've said right from the start of the season that this club, you know, if it didn't become one and if it didn't become proactive, would struggle to be successful. You know, because, you know, it's always, you know, every club I've been at as a player, as a manager, it's when you're going through the bad times you want that undoubted support. You know, and I think supporters have had a massive say in our last 2 home performances. You know, because, you know, when we've been through a 15-minute period in the game, Saturday was a prime example as well. You know, I thought we started the game well, and then you know, 1 shot with 1 goal down, and then I think we missed one from about 5 yards. I think Muzza misses one from 5 yards. So, you know, there was plenty of scope there for supporters to get disgruntled. But, you know, what came from the terraces, from the stands, was, for me, got rid of a lot of anxiety from the players, you know, and I've always said, you know, for me, when I've stood there, I think the crowd play off the players and the players off the crowd, and, you know, I think if we're united and you know, we're together, the club can be successful. It's as simple as that.
As well as the Grimsby game, I believe there's a friendly set up for Wednesday as well.
Yeah, we're going to Eastwood. We had a local game. We had a good competitive game against them, you know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we got a lot out of it. You know, we've got the squad's stronger now, so we need players playing competitive football. So we're going to have a game against Eastwood Wednesday night. It'll give us a chance to get 1 or 2 good 90 minutes under our belt.
It is important, especially at this time of year when there's a lot of games coming up.
Yeah, the Christmas period is going to be, you know, it's going to be intense. You know, not just for the games. You know, everything about the Christmas period. You know, the weather changes. You know, we're playing on heavier pitches. You know, there's a lot of injuries around that time of year. A lot of tiredness. You know, we want to make sure that we're going into this period, you know, as strong as a squad as possible. You know, and hopefully we'll come through the other side with a good ratio of points.
Elsewhere, I'm sure you were surprised, or maybe not, on Saturday when you saw the other scores, and it was 7-0 to York over Kettering, and then you see the team, 13 players, they look like they can't field a side for tomorrow night. You must fear for one of your former sides.
Yeah, I do. It's not very nice. You know, I never want to gloat over other people's misfortunes. You know, so our heart goes out to them in a way. But it seems to be a trend in football now. There's a lot of clubs, I think, sailing really close now to going out of business. You know, and I think sort of long term, you know, something needs to be looked at in terms of finances in football. But no, we feel, you know, you feel for them, and especially with being an ex-club of mine. You know, I had a number of good years there. You don't want to see them struggling as they are.
Finally, though, back to Mansfield Town, the trip to Grimsby. I suppose the message to the fans is get over there in the hundreds like they have done all season, and bring the drum and be loud and noisy. Yeah,
you know, I just reiterate that, you know, the fans, especially away from home, have been out of this world. You know, and you know, if they can bring the drum, trumpet, I don't know, harp, you name it, they can bring the whole thing. You know, it all helps the lads. You know, I've said once again that, you know, these lads do really want to work hard, and I think they play off the fans. You know, and you know, I have to mention the lads behind the goal again, because whatever happened in terms of their mindset of going behind the goal, or, you know, whatever reasons, it really has helped the lads, and it's created I think a stronger atmosphere in the ground, and it's really an environment conclusive to good performance now. You know, and like I say, if the lads don't perform now, you know, they've got no one to blame. You know, they can't blame, because the crowd has been, you know, the last 2 home games, the crowd's been fantastic.
Thank you.
How are we doing with Marcus Kelly? Is he?
Yeah, he's the problem we had, John. I'll tell you honest, is that we could only play 5 lone players in the squad at one time. You know, he pulled his. I mean, it wasn't going to be him initially.
He's fitting well.
He's fitting well now. Yeah, be training. Yeah. So obviously, I mean, the only doubt we had Aman Verma that said
Yeah.
he was struggling with a bit of illness over the weekend. So Marcus might come back into the equation. But realistically, what we want to do is get the Christmas time, so these boys become permanents, and we haven't got to rely on having. We've got 6 loan signings initially, haven't we? We can only play 5. So, and people might say,
So if you do like if and when you do sign those 2 lads, does that not get knocked off the loan tally?
yeah, they basically become our players, Matt, on January
Right.
the 1st, and so does Greenie.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
If you had 3 then, aren't you?
yeah. So we're back in the back in the quota. Some people might say, well, see the criticism before it arrives. People might say, well, you signed 6 loan signings, you only play 5. What's the use in that? But over this period now between now and sort of Christmas time, I thought was a real serious period where we needed quality and depth. And that's why I went and did it. It was a case of, and Marcus pulled his calf just before the Bath game. You could have been sat here saying, well, we only needed 5, so we'll just sign 5, and you lose one straight away, and
that's right. Yeah.
you end up chasing. I don't want to chase anymore. I want to make sure that that we're acquitted, that we've got the strength in depth to cater for every scenario. Injury, suspensions, illness, loss of form and stuff like that. So we've got a little bit of quality, and it's about. It can be a bit demoralising for some of the boys that aren't playing at the minute, especially coming into the Christmas period. Because the training ground becomes damp and dreary. And it's some of them feel as it's a lost cause, but I honestly believe there'll be some twists and turns, not just at Mansfield Town, but I think the whole league will have some twists and turns. There'll always someone come out of the pack that someone goes, well, where do they come from? A bit like Forest Green have done of late. And I think there'll be some, there's a lot of football. I've looked at the fixtures like between now and the end of the season, and everyone's got to play each other. And you think now, whoever keeps their head rather than go under will be the ones that I think it's so finely balanced.